Croatian voters are casting ballots today in a referendum on whether to define marriage in the constitution as a union between a man and a woman. 3,780,000 citizens are eligible to vote. Unlike in a regular election, there is no campaigning blackout before and during voting day. Campaigning is allowed as long as it is not within close proximity of polling stations. The vote also has no turnout requirement, meaning that the outcome of this referendum will be binding. Prime Minister Zoran Milanovic was the first political leader to cast his ballot this morning. After voting no, the Prime Minister described the referendum as senseless, noting that the government would be sending a bill to lawmakers next week that would give partnerships recognized legal status, effectively giving same-sex couples the same status held by common-law spouses. President Ivo Josipovic described the referendum as a matter of one's worldview. He said that in his opinion, the vote may not have been necessary, but added that all the needed legal requirements to hold it had been fulfilled. Zagreb Mayor Milan Bandic voted yes this morning, saying that he hoped that after this vote, the country could return to dealing with more pressing everyday issues such as poverty and unemployment. Polling stations opened at 7 o'clock this morning and will remain open until 7 this evening. Meanwhile, the initiators of the referendum, the citizens group calling themselves In the Name of the Family, have decided to bar some media outlets, including the national public broadcaster HRT, from reporting from their campaign headquarters, claiming their coverage has been biased. Many other media outlets, among them television networks RTL and Nova, the paper Večernji List, and state-owned news agency HINA, have sided with the barred organizations in a show of journalistic solidarity. They are voluntarily refusing to report from the group's HQ. The Croatian Journalists Association has also condemned the move. While one referendum is underway, volunteers are collecting signatures on the final day of a petition drive for another, this one on the use of minority languages and scripts. The Vukovar Say No to Cyrillic Script initiative wants to raise the needed minority population quota for official bilingualism in a given area from 30 to 50%. The initiative is still short of the number of signatures needed for a referendum. Today is Advent Sunday, the beginning of the Western Christian tradition of expectant waiting and preparation for the celebration of Christmas. The first of 3 candles was lit in Zagreb's Ban Jelačić Square on Saturday night, marking the start of events celebrating Advent in the capital. In sports, Italian Dominic Paris was the winner of the first downhill of the season in Lake Louise, Canada. Croatia's Ivica Kostelić finished 37th, 2.8 seconds behind the winner, and not well enough to finish in the top 30 or earn any points. Teammate Natko Zrnčić-Dim also failed to earn any points. Austrian Klaus Kroel was second, and Frenchman Derrien Thoreau finished third. Kostelić is currently 9th in the rankings with 74 points, while arch-rival Marcel Hirscher is in the top position with 160 points. Lake Louise hosts the men's Super G later today. In handball, Croatia Osiguranje Zagreb were defeated by host Celje 26-20 on Saturday in round 7 of Champions League action. The defeat will make it very difficult for Zagreb to advance to the next phase of the competition. In ABA Regional Basketball League action, Cibona Zagreb defeated Macedonian side MZT in Skopje 93-88. Cedevita defeated Hungary's Zolnoki 98-87 at home, and Zadar beat Široki at home for a final of 77-69. Cedevita is currently second in the rankings, Cibona third, and Zadar ninth. Taking a look at this afternoon's weather forecast, sunny to partly sunny skies are expected in most of Croatia's interior and on the northern sections of the coast. There may be some patches of fog in the valleys. Cloudy skies in the mountains and partly to moderately cloudy in Croatia's far south. The coast can expect scattered showers, while the higher elevations may see some light rain and snow. On the Adriatic, expect a very high to gale force northeasterly, while along the foothills of Mount Velebit and further down the coast, expect an even more powerful northeasterly reaching storm and hurricane force. Temperature highs will range from 1 to 6 degrees Celsius in continental Croatia and from 9 to 13 degrees on the Adriatic.